Okay, I think we're live. Yes, it seems that we're live. So, welcome to this third live stream. I hope my audio is better than previous live streams because it was pretty silent, the microphone, but I think I might have fixed it for a bit. So, first live stream I did a setup of my modular rig with a live performance recording different stems into Ableton Live, which I have on my computer and which I will show you in a minute. Then the second live stream I did a really rough mix to get everything working together, so I could then in this live stream arrange the techno track. So let's see, let's maybe just go to the, oh, that was one thing I first wanted to mention. So last time I mentioned I'm wearing the sub pack because when I play my music over the loudspeakers it really echoes in the microphone, and that's a really terrible sound. So I'm wearing the sub pack, and yeah, that gives me good feedback of the bass frequencies. And also these headphones, the Adam, I think it's the SP5 headphones if I'm not mistaken. I'm wearing these together with the sub pack. I must mention also that the sub pack is not available anymore, this version. A lot of people are looking for the sub pack, but this version not available anymore, but they're coming up with a new and better version of the sub pack, and I'm pretty excited because it really looks like a really good device that you can wear on your back and put in your seat to have that tactile feedback over those low frequencies. There's like two kind of subwoofer cones, I think maybe magnet things in there, and via bone conducting, it gives feedback. And if you're listening to a techno track on this sub pack and it's at the right volume, it's like you're inside a club and you even feel it on your chest. So that's a really nice feeling, especially when making this kind of music. So let's see. I've got two headphone outs, one for my headphones that I'm wearing and the other one I'm sending directly, let me plug it in, over a small jack to the sub pack, and it's powered on. So that's just for not having any latency, because going over Bluetooth, which is possible, I could also go over Bluetooth and connect my headphones to the sub pack, but then I have the latency and I don't have the independent control over how loud the sub pack is and how loud my headphones are. So with two headphone mixes I can totally balance that out. So let's just go over to the session I had last time. I did select some of the parts I recorded. So I did the live performance kind of thing. I had a 15-minute, close to 15-minute track, and here's all the separate lines. Again, if you are interested in how I did all that and the rough mix down, I suggest you watch my previous live streams. So, okay. I recorded that, I first selected a few things, and then, no, I did the selection not in the live stream. I just went through all of those stems and just selected the best parts, the most interesting parts, and I think it might be nice to just quickly go over them, solo a few parts, and yeah, look at what I have to make the techno track, to arrange the full track. So let's quickly go over that, and then I will start arranging and building the track in Ableton Live. So let's solo the Basimilus Iteritas and just quickly scan through it. So there's already EQing on top to get rid of the low frequencies. Pretty silent, this track, but it's better if it's a little bit more towards the back of the mix. This is a little bit more harsh, so I just selected a few interesting parts, and this is a bit I wouldn't say a bell sound, but kind of reminds me of something bell-like, with some noise and some high filter noises. Now let's go over to the second track, which is the one with the Soma Lyra or Lyra effects. That digital delay that's really nasty with its distortion, and that really creates an atmosphere. And I still have a little bit of bass in here because of the warmth of the track. If you totally cut all the bass from every instrument except for the bass and the kick, then it really gets brittle and harsh. So here it opens up again. Again, some of those really high-pitched filter sweeps. Let's go over to the bass. It's a little bit of an acid kind of bass, very rubbery, very elastic. And then the kick. I've got two kicks. This one has a kind of a little bit more distortion, I think, and a shorter decay, and the other one is a little bit more rounded. This one, wait for it. This is a little bit deeper, a little bit more rounded, and with a slightly longer decay. Then let's go to the snare. The rhythm changes. There's two rhythms, so I divided those so that I can easily know which one is which, and use them in different parts of the arrangement. Okay, not too much modulation going on the snare. I did play with the clap, like giving it more sustain, more reverb and stuff like this. But it's really simple. This is just very simple stuff. It's like a really saturated, not really, yeah, a little bit distorted, but especially saturated rim shot. Let's see. Welcome if you're joining this live stream. Now let's take a look at those hi-hats, which I re-recorded because of a clock issue with my 4710D from Universal Audio. The clock was not adjusted, set up like properly, and it didn't record, so I quickly redid that after the first live stream, just to have those same hi-hats in there. Really love the sound of those Erica synth hi-hats, real 909 type of hats. And then this is the copy of the bass line with a lot of reverb and some ducking and a real low cut on there. So that really works well with the kick itself. So what I first want to do is actually take the kick drum and lay out the main parts of the track. And here at the bottom I can see how long the track was. Like it was almost 15 minutes, like on the right side, all this stuff. But I'm not going to touch that for the moment. I just leave it there for if I need something to put in the track, like additional content, then I can do that. So what I have here selected is about 11 minutes, little less than 11 minutes, like 10 to 11 minutes long, and that's still way too long. Plus it's totally not arranged, and that's the thing I'm going to do right now. So see where the best positions in the timeline are for putting those elements and creating something that is interesting, that doesn't get boring. So let's just first take that kick drum, and with the kick drum I can lay out the track, like where the break is, and go on from there. I can always later on adjust it and see if I need something else. So it's actually already pretty long. So if I cut this to, let's say, this would be 6 minutes. So let's see where is about a minute and a half. That's like 64 bars, and then let's create a little break. Let's go on from there. Maybe, let's see, maybe like this, and then just keep the other kick at the end, like here, so out of the way. Now I'm doing like the real rough arrangement, just to have like a visual indication of how long the track will be. Like take it 6 minutes and a little bit, or going to just make it a little bit shorter. Maybe do it like this. Begin with like a shorter, like a short break, and then like a longer break. So this is where the bass line is, and the bass drum, I would say. So this saturated, like orangey red, this is the kick drum, and it kind of ends just before 6 minutes. It could become a longer track, it could become a shorter track, but the most important thing is just do something, just create like a rough sketch, and yeah, can always adjust it later on. So not going to worry about the snares, just even going to mute those snares, those claps, those rim shots, even the hi-hats. I'm going to keep that second kick with lots of reverb, just to keep the atmosphere there. Then actually I need to select which bass line I will use to start the track with. Maybe let's get a kick in there, the other one. Okay, so it's getting less and less bassy, so I would say let's just give them a different color so I can spot them more easily. Give them like a lighter color. And this one, I think that's the best to begin the track with. And then maybe do some automation like a low pass filter so that it really comes from far and from deep down below, and then it opens up when the track evolves. Maybe even do just the bass line itself, and then after a while, start with the kick drum. But I don't know. Let's just see. Let's do something and then. Okay, let's see. Let's first just copy this bass line. Like this. Okay. Let's put that there. Okay. So I can maybe just put that like really brittle bass line. This one I can just put it on another layer, do a high pass on it, and let the two bass lines work together. I could do that. Might get really dense, but yeah, we'll just see. So let's go over it. Okay, and this is the break. Okay, so far okay. Bring in that triple oscillator with the Lyra effects on it. Let's just select the best part to start the track with, and therefore I'm going to solo that. I think the part with the melody I'm going to use like a little further down the road. Just see. That's already a better position to start a track with, like not too melodic yet. This is really distorted, so that's for like in the break. Here it goes mental, so that's also not the best part to use to start a track with. Okay, perfect. So actually, let's see. Let's take a look. So actually, I need kind of like that. Okay, I see. So what I actually did, like that part started like before it gets in the loop. So the loop is like further down the, let's see, okay. Yes, this is good, I think. So I can just like take a different spot to get it started. Okay, let's see. Maybe also put like a low pass on there to make it start like from behind in the mix. Because I don't want everything, yeah, in the beginning. It needs to build until the drop, like around, just before 2 minutes there will be a drop, maybe even sooner. I will see how everything will build up. Okay. So then there will be kind of a drop. Okay. So now I will loop this part so it stays more melodic. That makes way more sense. So here it goes like, okay. This part could be useful for like the second break, so that it gets like really crazy. It gets that distortion already here, that's good. Like a little bit of the distortion. And the tension builds, that's also good. I think that's too many birds in there. Okay. Okay, this is getting better. So I'm making this like the point where it begins to distort, I'm making that longer. So it gets crazy right before the break, it goes a little bit maybe bring that back a little bit. Okay, just do it like this. Okay, so I think this is already an okay position for that track, and let's just go to the following, like the one with the Basimilus Iteritas recorded. This one, so this is already getting a little bit in shape. So I would say for those who are joining the live stream, welcome. Please leave a comment in the comment section down below if you notice something, if like the volume of the microphone is not working or a little bit noisy or something like this. Because this track is like, way more silent than all the rest, I think it's okay for like an atmosphere that just keeps going. And let's see what it does in the break. Okay, let's see what it does there. Further. Maybe I can do it like that. Yeah, let's do it like this, and okay, let's make a loop. That's just something nice to have like in the background, and just have a little bit more going on, making it sound fuller. Okay, hi-hats are next. So I also gave them like different colors. The darker yellow ones have yeah, they have more decay, and the brighter yellow ones, they just are a little bit snappier. So maybe, let's see, let's begin with the snappy ones, and let's see which ones I will place first. Has a lovely swing to it. Okay. These ones are okay, but not to start the track with. This is better. And then this. Okay. What I actually might do is like play some left and play some right and play a little with the delay between the two of them, so they have this like more stereo feel to them. That's something I could do. So let's just see. Not going to mess with that for the moment. Okay. Let's just see where those will start. Okay, I will do a little bit of automation right now, so they maybe let's skip a beat with that kick drum there. Like this. Just let's test. Or maybe like that. Okay. Let's just put a delay on there, see what that does. Let that bass fade out. Make it a little bit airy. And then okay. And then I can let's see. That's okay, but I really want those rim shots in the... Because now the track really needs to keep going. Okay, this is definitely too loud. Let's go to the console 1, because I don't have anything on this second hi-hat. Going to pan them to the left, because the other ones are panned to the right a little bit. Okay, just maybe. Do it like this. Let's solo that. Okay, perfect. I think it's going in the right direction to my feeling. So I would say to the new people joining this live stream, welcome. Always free to leave a comment. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this live stream. So I'm arranging the techno track that I live performed in the first live stream and that I did a rough mix on in the second live stream. So this is the third live stream, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I would say please do so, because there will be more live streams in which I will do a final mix down and mastering of this track when it's ready. So let's see. Let's try to figure out where I will put the snares, if I'm going to leave the snares in there. Sometimes it's also nice to just let it rest for a little while and come back, and then you are more fresh in your mind. You have a better idea of what you're doing, because now I'm listening to the same thing all over again and over again and over again. And if you do that, even if it's bad, you're going to like it eventually, because you're just constantly listening to it. So sometimes taking a rest for a day on the track you're working on, or just work on something else in the meantime and then go back and switch between tracks, that's often a good idea to keep a fresh mind. So let's see, where will I put those snare drums? Hi-hats could do with some automation also, so let's quickly do that. Not really sounding like a snare, but it got a lot of tom sound in it, like a snare without the real snare hitting the drum. Let's quickly see what this other snare sounded like. Okay. It's pretty much the same, so okay. Let's do it like this. I will fade it in. Let's see how this sounds. I don't want it to be really prominent before that little small, I wouldn't even call it a drop, just like a small drop. Slightly rises in volume now. Now it's really apparent in the mix. first drop, so the drop is not too extreme, and a more extreme drop will come later on, like the second one I prepared like over there, but I will drop the volume like, I don't know, like minus 10 dB. So that it's still there, but it drops in volume. Because when I will master this, yeah, it will get compressed, and if it's still like as loud as it is like underneath the rest of the track, then it will really become loud. Might even be like 8 dB, minus 8 dB or something like this. I think that will be better. Slightly rising to like 6 dB, something like that. Slightly rising sound. Or even dropping. That could also work, but just let me see how it sounds when it slightly rises. Now I'm going to drop it from 6 dB to like this nice groove. That lead like synth, this purple one, triple oscillator one, really needs to be automated with filters and stuff, because this is getting too repetitive, too all the time in your face, overshadowing everything. Okay, so that second break, there's like the bass is really annoying me there because it's too apparent. And I will do some automation, but first let's just take the piece. It's like, okay. So that's not working actually. Okay. Okay. So those hi-hats over here, they're like starting like with a short decay, and then the decay went longer and longer. And what I'm actually going to try to do is, no, I actually looped that last part where they got more decay, and I will just pull the loop all the way to the break, and then let's just see how that will go and how that sounds. So, okay. Let's see how far in live stream are we. Oh, we're closing like almost like 1 hour. So I will do a few more things, and yeah, this is like the first 2/3 of the arrangement. I still need to do some automation with like filtering and stuff. But I think you have a broad idea, like a rough idea of where this track is going to. It's going to be very hypnotic, and yeah, almost all elements are already in there. And I think, yeah, I will try to keep this as simple as possible. Maybe add some stuff, and then of course I need to finally mix it down and do some mastering. Maybe it's next episode, or maybe the episode, like the live stream after next live stream. I don't know yet. I will see how much work this track needs. For now, I think I will just go over it like once and then let it sink. Let it just wait a little bit and see tomorrow how I feel about this track, and then I will come back to the live stream. Hey, I guess I'm late to the party, but this sounds good. Thank you very much. VNDM, welcome to the live stream. I can go on a little bit if you want. It's getting a little bit late, but I don't mind. I have nowhere to go, so I can continue this. Let us hear it once more. So here I go. Let's just listen to it like one time and then see what needs to be done about this track. Definitely some low pass filtering on that bass line. The acid line, if you're talking about the bass line, that's, let me see, that's my modular synth, and it's going through the ripples filter of Mutual Instruments, and it's in parallel also going through the color palette, which is a high pass, low pass and distortion module. Meaning that, yeah, it goes in parallel, so there's distortion, but it's also high pass. So those two sounds, that ripples filter combined with that distortion with a high pass on it in parallel, makes this, yeah, really rubbery acid sound. And the oscillators I use are the EO-Wave Titan oscillators, and it's just sequenced with, yeah, a normal step sequencer, like a CV sequencer from Dover. Yeah. If you want to see how I did that, just, yeah, go to the first live stream where I, yeah, explained everything about the modular and I live performed this set. Yeah, what you're seeing now is a multi-track recording. So I'm cleaning it up and I'm arranging it to, yeah, have a release on the label Detroit Berlin. Same name as this channel. So let's continue. I'm already doing some of the filtering of the bass line to give it some more flow, because I need more automation, otherwise it will sound really repetitive. I don't want that. Thank you. I will see if I can make these stems available. Yeah, I'll see. But this is actually, I'm going to release this on the Techno Injection Volume 6. This will be somewhere in the future on label Detroit Berlin. So yeah, this will normally become a release, but I will see if I can make the stems available so you can have a little play around with it. And yeah, if it's something, might be an addition to the release, who knows. So let's take another look. So this last part I haven't come to it yet in this stream. It's a little bit too busy and yeah, packed with distorted sounds. So this is really the latest part of the track. So now it's like just a straight line and totally different elements. So I need to fluently cross it from one side to the other. And I might do that where some parts going to be a bit bored, to become a bit boring, and then just fading in the other parts and just slide them around so that it's not like at one part that you have this transition to totally different thing. It's not totally different, but because it changes all at the same time, it's yeah, a real bad transition. It was not meant like a transition, it's just a quick arrangement of this track. So I might just keep a little bit of the old parts of the track and have a more smoother transition. But this part really needs to really hit. So afterwards I can then break down again, and then it will be pretty close to the end of the track. So let's see if I put this here. We're about 6 minutes and something. So yeah. I will continue this, then let it rest, listen again to the track and fine-tune it by just what I always do when I'm producing. That's bouncing the track with the rough mix, listening to the track on my iPad mini, just somewhere else with my headphones on, just writing down stuff that comes to mind. Oh, at this point in the track it's getting boring, in this point there's an annoying sound, in this point it could use automation, these frequencies are not good, those sounds are too quiet, those are too loud, just making notes. And then I will come back to the session, try to fix the remarks I made myself, and yeah, then go on from there. And most of the time it takes like 2, maybe 3 times of a listening, but mostly the third listening I'm satisfied with how everything sounds, and then it's just like the final touch, the final mastering, and the track is ready. And it can be released or it can be put just somewhere in the fridge, that after a while I just open it again, have even more fresh ears to listen to it again, and then when I say, yeah, this sounds like a good track, then I release it or send it out to other people. Sometimes I even think like, did I make this track? Because sometimes I forget about the track for like a few years, and then I come back and it's like, oh, did I make this? And that means that it sounds good. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, did I make that? And yeah, then it goes maybe not into the trash, but I take like a color, I color the file name gray, and I never open it again. So let me see, the last part is a bit too hectic for my taste, loses the hypnotic vibe. Yeah, that's totally true, because the last part, like I said, and if you watch the beginning of the live stream, I quickly pasted some parts and the first 2/3 of the track I already like produced and arranged in a way that it's nice, and the parts that I didn't place yet in like the final position and I did not touch yet, yeah, that's the part you heard about yeah, past 4 minutes. So yeah, 2/3 in the track, yeah, that's totally not ready yet, so it will definitely change. Leave it for 2 weeks minimum, then revisit and you'll know what to do. Let your brain reset on it first. Yeah, that's true. Like I mentioned, I tend to do that a lot. And yeah, never rush things, because when something is released, if you release it yourself, yeah, it's written in stone and you can't take it back or make another version and make another version and release the better version and release the even better version. It's always a little bit stressful to say, okay, now it's finished. It's like when a painter is painting and at one moment the painting will be close to done or close to like a little bit overdone, and if he continues and continues it will become a mess and he won't be happy. So I think the same, yeah, is with music. If you overdo it and you revisit your track too much and you can change a track so dramatically that, yeah, if you change it dramatically, it could be good if there's elements that you can't get otherwise and you went off in the wrong direction and you fix it and you do dramatic things to it to make it great. That's okay, but the danger is, of course, in keep doing dramatic things and making one track that changed totally like 10 times over the course that you were making it, instead of just making 10 different tracks, some of which are not good and some that might be good, because sometimes I'm working on something and I'm like, this is not worth my time, and I put it in the fridge and a year later I open it and it's like I hear something fresh in it, I have a new idea and I finish that track in a few hours sometimes, and it's just a great track. And first I was so close to the track that I didn't see what I had right before me. So that's also something that can happen. I missed the first part of the stream, so yeah, at some point you have to also let the track be what it is and stop. Exactly, so I think we're on the same page. Yeah, I think those are really good tips. I hope the other viewers will, yeah, get brighter, and that's the whole point of doing this live stream. So yeah, I would like to thank you very much for watching, and I think I will maybe finish this track, do some additional recordings in live stream number 4. And yeah, live stream number 5 will be the mastering, so really I'm myself looking forward to that, because I have a little announcement to make. I'm not only going to master for my own productions and for everyone that's on the label Detroit Berlin, but I'm going public with my mastering services because I enjoy it so much, and I will give a few mastering sessions for free. So one of these next episodes I will talk about that more in depth. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you really don't miss that. Also have some other content, so yeah, please check that out also. And I would say have a good evening, night, day, or yeah, whatever time zone you're in. So thank you for watching, and yeah, see you later. Bye bye.